So the majority of our training here at T.REX Arms is basic bowring drills. Today we're here at 100 meters and we are shooting into some standard USPSA size targets, and we're just getting acquainted with our different rifle builds. In this case I'm shooting an 11.5. Brandon's got an 11.5 as well, and we're just getting a little bit of practice in with our magnifiers and with our optics. And it is boring, but very productive. So that's 3X, that's red dot, same location. Neotech dot.
Magnifier.
Where do you hold here?
I was holding right here. Yeah, so we're in this area.
Which you'll be a little high if it's a 5200.
Yep. And I held the same space with, or same spot with the red dot, and I just floated one.
Right, so this next one we're gonna do is we're gonna start offset of the barricade. So we have to index on the barricade to the target we're shooting. We're gonna send 2 rounds. I'm gonna take one of my targets, 2 rounds, come off gun, reset, go to a different position. So 5 different positions for 2 rounds. I'm gonna do this all magnified because I don't shoot magnified enough. So, and we'll buzz it, but time is kind of, I don't say relative, but kind of. So that's a low position shot. I don't know what this one is. The rest are all alphas. Getting into position and firing my 2. What are yours? They look nice.
Yeah, well,
On the higher end.
yeah, we got 1 alpha. The rest are Charlies. So I'm just holding too high. I'm looking at this and putting my reticle here. So that's me. But
yeah, I usually aim here.
Yeah, this is where I should be looking. Yeah. For a 5,200 meter zero, I should hit 100.
And then my shoot as fast as I see my dot is Delta, 2 Charlie, 2 Alpha, which the speed I shot that I'm pretty happy with. Just
yeah. You shot very quickly, and I actually held where I should have here. Still a little
Alpha,
high.
Charlie.
Yeah.
This is magnifier. I need to take away one shot, which it was one of, it's one of the alphas, because when I looked at the magnifier, I had the spotter had 5 and 5. So 5 Charlies, 5 alphas, shooting it with magnifier. The 3X coming over to EOTech only. My entire group dropped down. So we have everything -1. So, but on this target it was an alpha, so on this one it would have been an alpha. So 5 alphas, 5 Charlies, no magnifier, 5 alphas, 5 Charlies with magnifier.
Yeah, so I held too high again, 1 alpha, 3 deltas, 5 Charlies, and I got it 1 mic. That's with magnifier, and then red dot only, I actually held where I wanted to, and they're all there. Just 1 delta and
1 in the neck.
Yep.
1 high. Yep.
So yeah, 1 delta, 2 Charlies, the rest alphas.
And you were 2 seconds faster, dot only. I was 3 seconds faster,
Yep.
dot only, which I thought it would be 4, but
yeah, actually aimed right there, right where I wanted.
So we're both using somewhat similar rifles, but the main thing to draw attention to is the optic choice. Ultimately, at this distance, your trigger and your suppressor and what's going on with the gun isn't necessarily going to be a huge hindrance. Your ability to get a sight picture and shoot accurately is going to be the thing that makes the biggest difference. In this case, I have a single dot EOTech, the EXPS3, that we offer. They had a black one originally, and then we went to EOTech and said, make us a tan one, because some of you guys like tan. So they made us a tan one. So this is a very crisp 1 MOA single dot, which under a magnifier looks extremely nice. And I'm running a 3X EOTech magnifier. I'm not going to talk about a whole lot of specifics about this particular one, but this is what I ran for the majority of the drills. Worked super well, and this is just a very classic setup, and it still works today.
Got the same thing basically. I just have the standard EOTech reticle. If I could choose the dot, I would. This Lucas has all of them in the Armory on his guns currently, and then same magnifier, except yeah,
A little
same
different,
magnifier.
but yes, same
yeah, a little
magnifier.
different, but mostly the same.
A couple things though. One reason to train drills like this is to see if your current rifle setup is great for shooting at distance and shooting like long range drills. So on both of our rifles, we have little angled foregrip dealios for shooting up close and help assisting us in pulling the gun tight to the shoulder. The downside to these is when you go to start shooting from positions, they can get a little bit wonky on barricades. This is why a lot of guys take them off. It's why a lot of my guns don't have them, especially like my 16-inch and 14.5 guns. I just don't run hand stops because I'm most likely using those guns from weird positions. Although you could be mounting your rifle off of something at closer distances, like a vehicle or something like that. So that's just another reason to come shoot off of a barricade like this to see if your current setup works well for that. One thing that we did not do is use bags or sand socks. In this case, this is a very small one I can put in my dump pouch, and this can actually let me sort of bypass the problem of having a Magpul AFG on the rifle and getting it a little bit more flat to the barricade. Or I can push it here towards the mag well, cushion it, and literally drive into that and be a little bit more stable. Carry that with the rifle, assume another position, and I'm good to go. And yes, these things are practical. So that is a couple things to note about rifle setup. How do you feel how yours worked?
Yeah, this isn't great. So shooting all fast and cool like is fun, but this is actually a totally different skill set, something that I'm very new to. And honestly, the rifle setups I have, none of my preferred rifle setups currently work well for this because of the grip
Setup.
Yeah, so it's I've been aware of it before. I just never took the grips off because I like the angle.
Into.
Yeah. So.
No, it's super nice. You were utilizing it well though on some of these where you're actually able to drive into it. If you have one that's like perfectly straight, mine being this weird angled thing just doesn't really work for that. So I was having to just jam it into a barricade and kind of hold it the best that I could, which was not optimal, but it worked obviously because I was able to hit things still.
You can make these grips work on like built barricades like this, but if you're shooting off of anything else like rocks,
weird stuff, yeah,
because like I can put this gun like do this and then it's super stable, but again,
you kind of pull into it.
Yeah, but like a rock or a hood of a truck, that just doesn't work. So maybe think twice about having a foregrip on your gun.
It's true. This is another reason why if you do have a 5.56 gun, yes, they're great for shooting up close, but your 5.56 gun, the intention behind that rifle is most likely taking it out to 200 or 300 meters, which is where these guns are going to work just fine too. So make sure that your training reflects that when it can, and make sure you have the capability of actually being able to hit things that far away. So that's why we're doing drills at 100 meters. This all plays into once we start shooting further out to 400 or 500, which we will do with these guns, with these magnifiers. But 100 meters, you can get a lot done. So definitely get out there, find a range that allows you to shoot at 100. If you have to drive a couple hours to one, hey, make that a day trip. It's not something you have to do every week. It's something you could maybe plan every couple months. But if you've got to drive a couple hours to somewhere that has 100 meters, make the time and the effort so that you can be a little bit more capable with your carbines. So until next time, Lucas and Brandon.